Hello there, welcome back again to my channel. And if you're a subscriber already, thank you for always tuning in. If you're new here, you're welcome to my YouTube channel once more. Please subscribe to my channel. Kindly turn your notification bell on also to get notified when I upload new videos. And here is the part 3 of this video. This is the flying front. As you can see, one part of the flying front. And what I will do now is I'll stitch this down by 1/4 of an inch. So I'll just pin this down now and then I'll stitch it with my serger machine. And after doing this, I'll flip it to the other side and then I'll be top stitching it. So guys, this is the part 3 of the previous video. If you haven't watched the previous videos, the part 1 and 2, kindly go and watch it. And now after top stitching this, I'll take the other side, and note this is the left side of the pants of the front flying I'm doing right now. So this is the zipper I'll be using. So what you do is take the wrong side of your zip and then you stitch it from the top there, and then you'll be ending the zipper at where this flying front is ending. So as you can see me doing, I'll pin it now and then I'll stitch it. So just note that while you're stitching, make sure it's very close to the to the zipper area of your zip. So just make sure your hand is straight and you're not really far from the area which you've top stitched the other time on the flying front. So after doing this, now flip it over to the other side and then I'll just top stitch it like this to make it go back to the to the front area of the zip, as you can see me doing here. So now as you can see this, now I will just be pinning this just to make sure it is accurate with this side I want to put. So what you do, you'll be sewing this underneath this zipper area. So what you just need to do is make sure it starts from where the others flying front starts from, so it will not be one side will not be longer than the other. So the next thing I'll do, I'll fold this in now, which is the right side of the front pant. So I'll be placing it on that same flying front I put under the zip. So I'll be stitching this now with I will just be top stitching this with my sewing machine, as you can see me doing. Just make sure it aligns with the one under the zip. So as you can see, I'll stop it here now. After stitching this, I'll be stopping this here, then I'll flip it over to the other side so you can see everything is now merged together. Next thing I'll do, from this crotch area where I loosed before putting this flying front, I will stitch half an inch downwards, upwards to where the flying stitching stop. For here I stop the top stitch I made the other time. So I will just be putting everything together so it does not look shabby when I when I flip it to the right side. So what I will be doing, I will make sure the line of stitching is straight to where I stopped my stitching the other time for the flying front. So after doing this, I'll just top stitch it just the way you know how the top stitch pants to give that zipper area the shape it should be. So this is it. As you can see how lovely this is looking already. So the next thing I'll be doing now is taking the band for this pants. So right here I already ironed this with a stiffening, which is ST, and again I already added the sewing allowance to this, as you can see. So now I'll be stitching the upper side. I know I said on the previous video that this would be two-piece on both sides of the front because it's a band and the band is not really, I mean the front side is not really straight, so I won't be cutting anything on fold. So that is the reason why we are using two piece on the other side, I mean on both side of the fabric. Now I'll be notching this, and then I'll top stitch it before folding it all together. So this one now is one part of the, you know, one part of the side of the front pants, and then I'll be doing likewise to this other side, because I'm going to be using two piece like I said earlier on both side of the front panel. So now after stitching this, I'll top stitch this with the other parts like I did for the other part. So after doing this, now I'll take the back, the back band. What I'll be using, this is on fold and is a straight cut. As you can see, is on fold, so I'm not going to be stitching this like I did for the, for the front panel. So here is because I'm just going to be using a straight, stitch for the back because of the elastic. So now what I did is I'll be starting the sewing from one side of the back panel to the other side of the back panel, and this includes the sewing allowance for the pants. So as you can see, I will do likewise to the both sides of the front panel I just did. So that will be all for the sewing part of the, you know um bands before folding it. So now for me to, get a neat finish here at the end of the day, the inside have to be, neat, because I'm not going to be stitching this band like the rest of the, bands. So I'll be putting this, bias tape round the bands, which is the other side I'm going to be folding inside this pant. So I hope you guys understand the process that I have been, taking you. So if you want to, know well and again be perfect on all what I've been saying, you can rewatch and rewatch this video until you are satisfied. So what I will do next after joining this, after sewing this to the end, I'll flip it to the right side, which is the band. I'll flip it to the right side now, and then I'll be top stitching the, the bias tape, as you can see me doing here. So like I said earlier, why I'm doing this is just to make the work look neat. I wouldn't want my client to be complaining. That is why I just need to do a perfect neatly tailored dress or pants for anyone I'm making my clothes for. So now as you can see, I'm just trying to make sure this is neatly done. So after doing this, now the next thing I'll be doing, where I join this together, which is the band and the pants, where I join them together, I'll be cutting the excess from it, so this can look neat when I do my finishing. So that's just the excess I'm trimming out now. So after trimming this out, the next thing I'll be doing, I'll be folding this together, so you can see how covered this is looking. So this is the back area now, but before doing the back area, I'll be folding the flying front, which is the front panel. So I'll be folding those bands together, and then I'll trim out the excess, and then trim the excess of the zipper area, and then I'll top stitch this just to make sure it is well secured. So after doing this, after closing these two areas for the front panel, which is the band for the front, I'm just using band, and I will be putting buttonhole and then fixing the buttons for this tutorial soon on, of this camera. So now what I'll do now, I'll be merging this back, this is the side now, as you can see the stitching there. So I'll be merging those areas together like so, and then I'll pin it. So I'll be doing this likewise to the other side of the of the pants. So I'll also be pinning this side down. So as you can see it, so this is the both sides of the pants. So I'll pin this just to make sure it aligns with the sewing I'm going to be sewing. So what I will do next is I will sew it now from that side, from this side. I'm just sewing this back right now. I'm making sure the the measurement I'm using is accurate, which is 1.5 inches. So, and then you'll be sewing this on the right side of your pants. So that's what I'm doing now. Make sure when you're stitching this, you're stitching it on the same stitches you made earlier to join both the pants and the band together. So I'll be ending this on the other side of the pants, not the front side this time around. From one side of the back area to the other side of the back area is what I'm stitching right now. So it's just like me stop stitching the joining of both the band and the pants together on fold. So after doing this now, I'll be showing you how it looks like. So this is where I'll be using as a casing of my elastic band. So as you can see where I stopped it, so I've stopped it now on the other side. So here is where I'll be putting this elastic band. So as you can see, I'll add a pin now to this elastic band, and then I'll be putting this, I'll be fixing the elastic casing on where I just covered now. So that's what I'll be doing. Just watch closely the way I do it. Make sure your what you're passing, the band, the elastic band you're passing gets to the other side, which is the pin side, and then before stitching it down, just make sure it aligns, and whatever you're using, make sure it's not too long, which is the elastic band is not too long. And then now after doing that, I'll be stitching it on this side now. As you can see, here is where I'll be stitching it. I'll flip it to the right side and then I'll stitch it down. So note that this is the right side, and then it is one of the sides of the pants. So it's just as if you are top stitching it, and make sure you pass it through before top stitching it. So now this is the other side of the pants now. As you can see, I will also be top stitching it on the right side. Just make sure when you're stitching this down, you're stitching both the the fabric and the elastic band together on this side. You understand me? So why I'm stitching this down is just to secure the elastic band. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to top stitch this front band panel together, just like I did for the back panel before inserting the elastic band. So now I'll top stitch this and do so for the other side. And after doing this, I'll be putting my buttonhole of this camera, and I'll be fixing the buttons. And that will be all. Thank you guys for staying with me to the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video as well as I enjoy making it. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, please kindly subscribe to my channel, turn your notification bell on, and I'm wishing every one of you all over the world happy Easter to everyone. And Jesus is the reason for the season. Thank God for his resurrection, and may God sustain you all and keep you all alive. Bye.